In the beginning, there was nothing. And then, war. The light of being exploded into my realm. Blinded, I fell for eons in the bright. And inside of that light, something else. Gods. Those that saw my home as incomplete, as clay for their unwanted designs. That banished my abyss further into the deepest corners of their creation. They would come to call my kingdom space, as if it were an empty thing that needed to be filled. But my kingdom was not empty. My abyss was not dead, not hollow. The endlessness of my lands was not theirs to raise, reform, and remake. No, the void breathes. The abyss has teeth, and shadows only grow in the light. That was the first time I tasted the blood of the light, and for that crime I was banished. But the gods, they did not know what they had done. The fools had sent me home to my void. There, my work began. The first of the race your kind calls Symbiotes began life as a blade. I pulled its shape from my own and cast its living edge of the fire of the first creator I found. There, shrouded in my darkness, the god of a forgotten idea became the god of the forge. I was unrefined in those early days, and as such, the creation of the first proto-symbiote was unclean. To this day, the weaker of my creations carry the scars of their progenitor's birth inside of them. They still fear the fire of the forge, and the discordant and incessant noise of a celestial hammer beating their will into something wieldy, into something beautiful. My weapon forged, I set out to banish the bright, and all that came with it. In time, my living blade would become known as All Black, the Necro Sword, the God Slayer. Together we slit the throats of creation and choked a billion stars with the blood of the Almighty, until we fell. And All Black, my firstborn, was taken from me by some doomed wretch who had come to curse its name. Can you imagine, host? A dark god falling from the heavens and giving you a gift you cannot hope to understand. Can you fathom the madness it would bury inside a mortal heart to hope to wield something like that? Yes, I can. Shall we continue?
Show me.
I lay in that pit for many years. 100, maybe more. I was alone. But then, a new hunger arose inside of me, and with it, a revelation. I discovered if I bonded my living abyss with lesser creatures, I could then manifest and pilot their new forms as vessels. I could draw strength from the host, glean from them information about my surroundings. This moment, this primordial instance of symbiosis on this near barren land, this is where it all truly began. This is where I gathered my horde. Where once I was alone, now I was the center. I became, in those days, a unifying monolith by which all their thoughts swirled, connected, and flowed. I became their hive mind, the god host, able to wear and control them from across galaxies, to see through their eyes, to feel the give when the god bow breaks. With each new bright we broke, the void grew darker, the rain of light grew dim. And then there was Earth. I came to this place wrapped in war, only to find weakness. Gentle things, small things. What were these creatures that would hide and protect their young?
Hold back the Grendel! Back, damn you!
That would cry and scream, and not battle.
Where is Beowulf?
I was quite taken with these pathetic creatures. But I was not lured here by the scent of man.
Beowulf!
No, your planet.
I know not of this Beowulf you pray to.
It reeked of the light.
But perhaps Thor will suffice.
Your thunder god unleashed a power I had never before felt on all of the worlds I had wrapped my horde around. In the blink of an eye, he stabbed it like a billion needles in our hearts. We were undone. With my connection to my children severed and a galaxy between us, they began to unravel, to reach out, to seek new hosts. These creatures, these parasites, they infected my children with their light, their horrid notions of honor, the lies of nobility and light and life began seeping into the hive. Their infection, their poison, their venom roared into mutiny. They rose up, millions of them, and more. Untethered from my control, my children spawned endlessly. And consumed by the abyss of my own creation, I drowned in their darkness. Do you see, host? Do you understand? This is how my children became the Clintar. This is what they hide.
No, no, that can't be true. The Clintar told my other that.
That it was some great warrior. Host, my children will give anything to turn your eyes blind to what they conceal. They lie. They are weak. They are betrayers. But soon I'll be free of their Clintar.
I don't understand. Free of their Clintar? What does that mean? Clintar's their race. It's who they are. It's the planet they come from.
Ha! You are a simple and trusting host, Edward Brock. I see why my child adores you so. When you have been lied to for so very long. What do you think of as their home world? Their planet is nothing more than the largest horde of symbiotes in the galaxy, trying desperately to keep their biggest secret. An infinity of them churning and rolling endlessly around the one thing that binds them all. The hive mind they cannot do without. Do you see the shape of it now? Do you understand? There is no planet of the symbiotes. Clintar's their word for cage. That is where I am right now, host. Where I have been sleeping for eons. I am there, imprisoned, as I am here piloting this. What do your people call it? The Grendel. Thank you for releasing my other, Andy Brock. Though I'm not sure how much you had to do with the choice. No doubt your symbiote had been reacting to my resurrection of late. No, I'm sure it all must have been quite overwhelming for you both. But all is well, child. Your God is awake, and God is coming. When this Grendel is complete, when I find its missing parts, it will come for me. It will free me from my Clintar, from my cage. And then I will finish what I began. I will rid my dark kingdom of this invasive light once and for all. And I will start with Earth.